Hello, very good afternoon, my dear students. Now, today I am going to deliver the lecture about the introduction of rocks. Before that, I have already taught you about the two lecture, and this is my third lecture. And before that, I already completed the introduction about the soil interior of the earth crust. And now, today I am going to start the new topic that is known as the introduction of rocks, and the course is the fundamental of soil science, and the course code is the BAC 102. Myself, Dr. Lakshmikant Tripathi, Assistant Professor, Department of Soil Science and Agricultural Chemistry, Tirthankar Mahavir, College of Agriculture Science, Tirthankar Mahavir University, Moradabad, Uttar Pradesh. So during this my lecture, I will cover these three topics that is known as the about the rocks. First thing, second definition of the rocks, and third one is the classification of the rocks. I think if you are going to see this picture, so it is showing the different types of rocks and stones. It is like the stones. eh? And this stone is made up by the different rock. It means you can say this is the different types of rocks. So in the coming slide, this lecture is a very big lecture. So that is why I have divided this lecture into the different part. Means in the first part, I will just explain, give this some introduction about the rocks, what is the proper definition, rock cycle, and then their classification of the rocks. In the second lecture, detailed classification of the rocks, that is known as igneous rocks. In the third lecture, means coming lecture, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. So I will explain each and everything the coming lectures. So now today you come first about the rocks. So before going to describe the rocks, first here I want to show some picture. That is the most important things about the rocks. You must be know about the what is the meaning of this picture, and I have taken this picture from the National Geographical site. So if you want to go detail about this, so you can go in that site and everything is given. Here you can see this is known as the igneous rocks, and here there is a different types of magma which is extracted from the either from the earth surface, and it is comes above the earth surface. And here you also see these are the different types of molten magma. These are the different magma which comes above the surface, and it is spread above the surface, and that magma is after the cooling and crystallization of these magma is converted to different types of rocks like the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So that is the meaning. Here I am showing this picture. This is the most important. This is the because if you are going to see the igneous rocks, so this is the first. Here I think that is, you know, very volcano eruption is happen, and after the happening the volcano eruptions, there is a some material is releasing from that material is known as the magma. That material is known as the, and that material having the high temperature, I think more than 2000 degrees celsius the temperature, may be above this. It is not. And after the cooling and crystallization of that molten magma, the first rocks is developed, that is known as the igneous rocks. So in coming slide I will dictate everything, and I have, you can see here every picture I am dictate everything in a point. This picture from the Italy, and providing the vivid image of the birthplace of the igneous rocks. Here you can see during the night eruption. Here it means this magma, yeah, either you can say the lava material molten magma which is means eruption during the volcano eruption. And this igneous rocks, when the magma is cool and solidified, that is known as the magma is also known as the lava material. And and after that, this after the cooling and crystallization of that magma, then the igneous rocks is formed. Second picture you can see here, this is also the magma is coming on the above the earth. So actually it is a two types of, one in the extrusive and one is the intrusive igneous rocks. So in the intrusive igneous rocks, the some materials whatever the magma either they are found within the earth surface, and in case of the extrusive igneous rocks, the magma comes on the above the earth surface. Here you can see the magma will comes on the above the earth surface. So that is why this is a big difference. I will explain in coming slide what is the meaning of intrusive, extrusive. Just here I want to show this picture because first time, because this is the important, then you can easily understand in coming slide what is the meaning of means igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic, and then again the igneous rocks is classified into the different categories. Here you also you can see there are the different types of means magma is eruption and comes above the earth surface. So this is the stepping stones of the basaltic rocks, and then molten magma is. So this is also the different picture you can easily understand about the different types of rocks. Now come to the first, here also just I want to show some. Here you can see this is known as the this is known as the some different igneous rocks, and here you can see here also this is the sedimentary rocks. Actually if you are see the sedimentary rocks, so the sedimentary rocks are the different types, and these rocks is mostly found in the layer wise rocks. So that is why it is also known as the stratified rocks. Okay, so this is about the, this picture is sedimentary rocks, and this picture is also the sedimentary rocks, and this one is the metamorphic rocks, because the metamorphic rocks is developed by the cooling and by the modification of pre-existing rocks. So that is known, that was known as the magmatic rocks. With the effect of heat and pressure, then the magmatic rocks is found. So here, and this picture is taken by the different scientists. I have given him the name of that who has taken this picture, and if you want to more detail about this picture, so you can go the National Geographical site, and then you can, I have given the reference also, so you can in the last slide I have mentioned the reference, so you can see the reference also. Now come to the what is the igneous rocks. Oh, sorry, what is the rocks, and then again. So generally the rocks are the substances that make up the earth, constitute a part of the earth crust. I think in the first lecture I was delivered, I taught you about the interior of the earth crust. So during that time, I think you understand about the how the earth crust is originated and what is the importance of the earth crust. So after the formation of the earth crust, so who has here the rocks is the substance that is make up the earth crust. It means the earth crust is also made by the different rocks. Yeah, either you can see the constitute of different rocks is also earth crust. Earth means earth crust, and they included the loose and unconsolidated material deposits as well as hard solid parts that make up the earth, that is known as lithosphere. It means this earth rocks is a loose materials, sometimes it is loose in nature, sometimes it is unconsolidated material, and they are deposited and to form the one layer that is known as the lithosphere. And this lithosphere, the soil is formed in this layer. If you are going to the history about the different layer of the atmosphere, so out of that lithosphere is the most important layer, because all the living organisms they are found in this layer, and we are able to cultivate the crops under this there, and the rocks are composed of the minerals, grains, and combine the different ways, having the various properties. Actually, the rocks is also it is the combination of the different minerals, and the minerals is the combination of the different elements. So that is why you can say if you are going to see the detailed combination of the different rocks and minerals, then you can easily understand the rocks is also combined by the different means different way. It means maybe in the rocks also some elements is also found because it is the combination of two or more than two minerals, they are combined together to form the rocks. So that is why the property of that particular rocks is different. This is the most important because for example plesioclase, orthoclase, they are the different types of minerals, they are combined together and they form these rocks. So that is why there is a two or more than two minerals is combined. So that's why they have the different properties. It means you can say every rocks is having the different properties, every minerals having the different properties because they are also combined by the different element, and every element have the different properties. So in the same way the rocks also having the different, and the rocks are generally made up of the two more minerals here. That is I am saying to you means the rocks is the combination of the two or more than two minerals, they are combined together to form the to form the rocks. By which process? So by the geological process. So many processes involved to formation of the rocks. So by the geological process, this means two or more than two minerals combined together to form the rocks. And the rocks is the solid material that is composed of the various minerals. I have already describe this point. Means it is the solid in nature. Rocks is the solid in nature, and this rocks is also helps to formation of on the soil, and not helps is about more than 45% material in the soil which is dominated by the rocks. So that is why it is the most important. Now you can see here rocks is the defined as the mixture of the two or more minerals. Here the rocks, it means the rocks is the mixture of the two or more than two minerals, so that their physical chemical composition is vary with the different properties of the minerals and rocks. Actually here this point is saying that the rocks is the mixture of the two or more than two minerals, they are combined, and the minerals is the mixture of the two or more than two elements. So that is why the property of every minerals and rocks is different, and their nature is also different, their physical and chemical composition is also different, because suppose the orthoclase types of minerals having the different elements, plesioclase types of minerals is having the different types of element. So that is why like albite, NaLCl, albite is the means it is a sodium containing rocks and minerals, orthoclase and other things. So there is a different types of minerals, they are combined together to form. So that is why their property up here you can see there this point, this picture is very important for you. The granite is minerals, okay, and this granite, and then again quartz and feldspath are their biotite. They are the different types of minerals, they combine together and to form the rocks. These three types of minerals combine to granite, and the granite is the minerals, and the quartz feldspar biotite is the minerals, and the granite is the rocks. And this minerals is combined by the two different elements. There is a more than two and two different elements to combine together to form the minerals. So element is form the minerals, and then minerals is form the rocks. This is the most important. So you remember all these things, that the element is form the minerals, and the minerals more than two minerals is from the rocks. So that is why their property, either it is a physical property, either the chemical property, both are vary from the another. There is some important terminology related to the means related to the rock science. So here petrology, petrography and the petrogenesis. What is the petrology? Generally petrology is the science of the rocks which is formed the unit of the earth crust. Means the formation of the earth crust is known as the petrology, and the petrography is the description of the rocks is known as the petrography. It means in this science we are describe about the rocks. Only the description of the rocks we are studying under the petrography, and then petrogenesis. So under this science we are study about the origin of the rocks is called the petrogenesis. So these are the three science, and this is the most important for the any examination. Maybe the question will come, what is the petrogenesis, what is the petrography, what is the petrology. So very it is the most important thing. I've now come to the rock cycle. This is the most important, and here you can see the magma. What is the magma? So magma is releasing from the volcano eruption, and after that this magma is formed by the process of cooling and crystallizations of the molten magma. Some books you may be got is the molten magma. In some books it is written as the molten magma. Molten, T E N. Okay, molten magma. In some books it is written the molten magma. So this molten magma by the cooling and crystallization. Cooling because whenever the volcano eruption is happening, then the lots of material is releasing from the surface, and some found within the surface and some are comes out of the above the surface. So the I think in the first picture I have already show you what is the, so the material which is comes out of the surface, and the material which is found out, so that material is known as the intrusive, and the material which is comes above the surface, that is known as the extrusive. And this cooling and crystallization of this molten magma, then the first rocks is formed, that is known as the igneous rocks. This is the most important. Up here the word, if you are see the meaning of the igneous rocks, in coming lecture I will explain each and every point in the detail, my dear students, so don't be afraid about that. So the cooling and crystallization of the molten magma, the first rocks is formed, that is known as the igneous rocks. And after that what happened, this igneous rocks, after that there is a different means process, that weathering, erosion, deposition, cementation, and this igneous rocks is converted into the one material that is known as sediment. And this sediment material by the process of compaction and cementation, means first what happened, the igneous rocks is broken down into with the help of different physical, chemical and biological agents. They are responsible to weather the material, and after the weathering, and then what happened, they transfer the material by the different agencies. There is some physical like water, air in the dry region areas, ice, and maybe means higher plants, roots and animals. They are responsible to transfer the material from the one place to another place. And then what happened, that particle is known as sediment, and that sediment by the process again compaction and cementation. So by the process of the compaction and cementation, then it is deposited and forms new product. So that is known as the sedimentary rocks. अब here one thing, because it is formed by the sediment material, so that is why it is known as the sedimentary rocks. And this sedimentary, by the process of heat and pressure, this sedimentary rocks is converted into the metamorphic rocks by the process of heat and pressure. This sedimentary rocks is converted into the metamorphic rocks, and then again this metamorphic rocks is by the process of melting, it is again converted into the magma, because you know the any things which is born in this nature, and so their death is possible, and their death is possible. So here also, after the by the process of melting, then again this metamorphic rocks is converted into the magma. So this is known as the right. So how the rocks is different types of. So here you can see there is a three types of rocks we are getting by this cycle. Number one is the igneous rocks, and number two is the sedimentary rocks, and number three is the metamorphic rocks. And now one thing is most important, it is not compulsory to the igneous rocks. After the igneous rocks, the sedimentary rocks, maybe after the igneous rock, then the melting process is possible, and then it is converted into the magma. Maybe the sedimentary rocks also is melt and into converted into the magma, and the metamorphic converted into the magma. There is one thing. Second, this igneous rocks is also converted by the effect of the heat and pressure, then it is converted into the metamorphic rocks. And this sedimentary rocks is also by the process of weathering, means opposite reaction will happen, and then it is again converted to the sediment, and then again maybe converted to the igneous. It means every rocks to each other, they are converted to each other. It is not continuously process, it is not a sequence to maintain. Maybe it is from the igneous to sedimentary rocks is formed, from the igneous to metamorphic rocks is formed. So it may possible to formation of the different types of rocks. So this is the rock cycle, and it is the most important. And so, and if you are easily understand about the rock cycle, then you never forget anything, and you can clearly write about the rocks, different types of rocks. So how we can get the different types of rock. I now come to the classification of rocks. So generally the rocks are classified into the three categories. One, on the basis of their origin and structure, the rocks are classified into three groups. First is known as the igneous rocks, and then again sedimentary rocks, and then metamorphic rocks. So in the, my dear students, in the means next lecture, so I will explain each about all the rocks in detail: igneous, sedimentary, and then metamorphic rocks. In the coming lecture, so I will teach you about the different types, means detailed description about the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. And these are the reference from where I have taken all this slide, all the picture, all the material from the different. So you, if you are more, so this credit is gone to this means National Geographical site. I have taken all the picture from this side. So this is about